Friends, just first a brief introduction. I'm Tim Brock, thanks, and this is my darling wife, Marina. And on table 2 over there, the couple with the really radiant smiles, that's John and Margaret Hayes, and they're the parents of the groom. Okay. And it's our pleasure, when I say our, I'm speaking on behalf of both sets of parents here, to welcome you here this evening as friends to enjoy this momentous occasion together. Whether they're ladies or gentlemen or boys or girls, and some of us are relatives too, it's really as friends that we're drawn here today. And it's that deep friendship and a desire to congratulate, bless and show our support for Lara and Daniel as they've just linked their lives together in marriage. Many of us have already had the opportunity to convey this to them personally, and I hope that by the conclusion of the evening all will have had the opportunity to do that. Thanks everyone for your presence here this evening. We really appreciate it, and I'm sure Daniel and Lara do too. I want to say a special word of thanks to those who've travelled a long way to be here, and in particular Belinda, Daniel's sister, and her husband John, who took the wedding ceremony so wonderfully. Thank you very much, John. And to their children, who are delighted to come and see Uncle Dan and Auntie Lara get hitched. Others I know have come from as far away as Queensland, Victoria, Tasmania, and even as far away as Spain. So, thank you. Lara was born, I just want to give you a little bit of background about my daughter Lara, or our daughter Lara. She was born, if I remember correctly, in the early hours of the 13th of October 1979. So that you can see that in a little under a fortnight she'll be celebrating her 30th birthday, which will be, of course, on the honeymoon with Dan.
That's the beach dinner.
So that's quite a romantic birthday, huh? And that makes her just 10 years older than Irina was when we were married back on the 15th of December 1970. And I guess that's just in line with the current trend of young people getting married at a later age. And like her elder sister Elisa, who's 2.5 years older than her and here tonight, and also her younger brother Elisha, who was born 2 years after her, Lara was born in the early hours of the Sabbath. And this has special significance for Seventh-day Adventist parents, because first you accept the blessing, the special blessing that God has for that day. Then a new life is brought into being, and then you express great joy at that new life. And then the mother has the rest of the day to rest from her labour. Okay. Irina worked as a casual teacher, science teacher and maths teacher, and that's actually where she first met Dan, in the classroom. You can ask for her comments about it.
Very good student.
Thank you. Mrs. Brock.
No more Mrs. Brock.
And we're very grateful for the role that Irina's mum, Connie, who's sitting over near the wall there, the role that she played in helping to bring up our children while Irina was teaching. The children were quite often at her place, and she spent a lot of time not only in just feeding for them and caring for their physical needs, but in also just instilling really good values into them. And because of her Russian heritage, she's known to them as their bubby. And she's had a very strong influence on Lara's life, especially in relation to her sociability and her spirituality. And she still takes time to catch up with Lara and talk to her heart to heart. Lara has always been very active and energetic, even as a little tot. And she just loves the outdoors. And I guess that's something that both families have been very much involved in outdoor activities, and so that's a strong point of compatibility between them, is their love of the outdoors. Lara learned to swim at an early age and has always enjoyed water sports, including water skiing, canoeing, sailboarding and body surfing. From early childhood, Lara grew up and went to school, church and on holidays with Anita Smith and Hayley McEwen, and both long-term friends. For many years we enjoyed regular camping trips with Annette and Adrian, who are sitting over here on table 6, and I guess it was under their guidance that we all learned, our whole family learnt to water ski and to sailboard, and we just enjoyed those wonderful times together, a lot of the time up at Mile Lakes. And Hayley was there on a number of occasions to show us her particular skills, because you may not know that Hayley was a champion water skier both nationally and overseas.